I guess I was supposed to go over the Neoform deck a little bit. Got 21 lands, 2 of which are Generous Ents. We're gonna play with 4 Preordens to play maximum digging. 4 Hedge Maze, 4 Preordain, 4 Planar Genesis. Maybe that's stupid, but we'll see. Hedge Maze plus Preordain is kind of a non-ball, but I think you actually just kind of play lots of your games fairly slowly in this deck. I'm cutting the monster package to bare minimum, only 2 Ghalta because you don't actually need 3, and the third one is giga luxurious, and people, I don't understand why they play it. I mean, I do, but I think it's just very luxurious and not unnecessary. Mandrill, Riders, and then sideboard is Veils, and Disputes, and more Mandrills, and Nature's Claims, so kind of mostly self-explanatory. And also I have an Elvish Norn against Energy and Coma when I need another generic 7 to evolve my Mandrills into. Probably second Atraxa would be better, but I think Coma is cute and funny. And it's a bit different. In some board states you would rather have Coma than Atraxa. We have Neoform, Rider. Well, Preordain is bad here, being a green card. And then win the league with 400 card vintage deck, well... perhaps. Hopefully. Might be a bit hard though. Delta. Well, I mean, I will summon a Rider, which then I'll turn into a demon. Maybe not even the demon, maybe I should... Full mending, okay, I have to pact back, so I guess demon it is, and we have to find Consign and 14 cards, so opponent still has a 20% chance to win. If they don't have a counter, then I probably should get Ureni against a Polluted Delta. True Consign. I mean, I could summon the Rider, but I can also keep the Neoform to Neoform on the next turn. So actually I don't need to draw more, so I want to keep the Rider. I'll just discard a fetch. I have another Pact and Consign. This is kind of perfect because they seem to be on Goraios, so even if they surveil an Atraxa, you can still Pact. Pact the Goraios. Sinkhole plus Pact of Negation is GG. That's true. Or 2 Ghost Quarters. Okay, I guess I draw. Because I don't have enough green cards to Allosaurus Rider because of the stupid Preordain. Drew 1 Ghalta, still have the second. Don't have Xenagos. Or Xenagos access. I mean, I guess I'll just get Ghalta and put Ureni into play. I should have been doing that pre-combat, I guess, since I'm only attacking with Griselbrand anyways. I could draw Griselbrand again, but then if I draw Ghalta, I can't put anyone into play anymore. I guess we just do this. Like, I just have Ureni, Ghalta, whatever. How's my opponent beating that? Even if they reanimate a big monster, they can't. They solided my Griselbrand. I probably just let it go. But then they ephemerate. Well, it's good that they scooped because it was actually getting slightly problematic if I was like thinking about the line too much. It actually was slightly problematic if my opponent interacted because I wouldn't know if I want to fire my Pact of Negation anymore or not. So I guess just summoning an Ureni on turn 1 or 2 is not all that great because of lifelink on their threats, right? I hit them, they hit me back. Then if they have an Atraxa in play, they keep an Atraxa in play, then Ureni does beat that. Because I attack them, they attack me back. This board, lots of interaction. We're gonna have Koma as the alternative Ureni, which I think might be actually even better at beating lifelinkers. 8, 12, and then it cascades, like it deals 8 damage, then it deals 20 damage, then it deals even more damage. Let's cut Summoner's Pact, because against interaction it's bad. Xenagos gets cut as well if we do that. We can cut second Ghalta because we don't really need the Ghalta, and we can trim the weaker evolutions because I will want to find a better one anyways, the cheaper one. Still puts me at 62, so that's a bit of a big deck. I think I can trim one Consign, given that I only want to use it alongside Pact of Negotiation now, not Pact of Summoners. And one more evolution? Is it really this bad to cut? Maybe that's crazy. Well, I have a Mandrill. I have a Hedge Maze. I have 2 Pacts. Maybe 4 Pacts is kind of crazy. Given that I can't Mandrill into a Griselbrand. It's kind of a problem, I guess. Atraxa looks 10 deep for a Consign. I only have 3 Consigns. It's Moon. I think this is too bad then. Alright, YOLO. This hand it's a nice upside. It is a no-lander though. No-lander, huh? Hooting Mandrills or Mandrilling Hoots. I wish. Quantum Riddler. Sure, that's fine. Let's get a Survival land. Keep another land. Maybe I just dispute Psychic Frog. I think we can do this. Doesn't let my opponent discard for Gorayo. So if I think I should get a Survival land now, right? Then if I see a land on top, I just go off with Veil backup. Could also summon Mandrills. Atraxa is a bad one to see. Oh, it's gone for my deck, sad. Is land high roll better than hoping for any green card? So if I cycle Generous Ent and then draw a land, that's the disaster scenario, which I wanted to avoid. We also have to avoid subtlety. Subtlety would still wreck me. Maybe playing Mandrills is better in this spot, honestly. Because it's not vulnerable to, like, it's slower. Ay, ay, ay. That's horrible. I guess I'll keep it on top. But not good. Oh no, I have Atraxa in my graveyard. Maybe disputing the frog. Well, it left me a week to subtlety, which was rough. I think I need to cycle. I'm drawing the rider, but I don't know if there's anything to draw even. Yeah. Sure, buddy. Well, maybe they will ephemerate it. That's my chance. They're playing Teferi Time Raveler. Crazy. I guess that wants me to trim on Pact of Negation. That makes me want to try to trim on Pact of Negation. Giga punish this game. Can consign subtlety as well. Maybe Ureni is not so stupid after all. Opponent is on kind of like the slower deck. Let's have Ureni in my deck. That's an extra option. Let's trim Pact of Negotiation. Another Pact of Negotiation, and I guess I just have too many preorders for my own good to fit anything sensible into my deck. So 61 it is. Welcome, Portable Head. Welcome to the Canny stream. Tempted once again. Rider, Neoform, Veil. Just no lands. I think we will responsibly mulligan this. And see the worst hand I have ever... Well, the worst hand I could have imagined. I mean, it's rough to mull to 5. So I probably should just keep this and hope that my Hedge Mazes carry me. Welcome, Kinan 360 and your Raiders. So it seems like I got really punished for spewing my dispute last game, I guess. Kind of countered the frog willy-nilly, you could say. Thank you, Kinan. I will need good luck this game for sure because of what fell. The thing is that this time my hand is bad enough that I think I do need to dispute the frog because I'll just fall too hard behind. Although it really didn't work last game. But that was because I had the combo ready and waiting to be performed, and I just opened myself to subtlety. Sure, Val is gonna be able to cycle at the very least, so might as well. Right, I keep Neoform and soon we are going to get there. Rider or Mandrill. Hoping for a Thoughtseize. Quantum Riddler. Will we see an Ephemerate? joining. No, just disappears. That's fine. Unfortunately, well, I guess I have Disciple of Freyalise in my hand, so push comes to shove, I get to 7 mana and summon Coma, right? I'm at 4 lands, 5th in hand. I have 2 more basics, 1 more Survey land. So yeah, I have 7 lands that produce mana, fetchables. So casting Coma is just... Casting Coma, lose to Subtlety instantly. Sounds good. Okay, Mandrills. I'm expecting to get subbed. Is there any chance I should wait? Or maybe I should just summon the Mandrills for 4 mana or even 5 mana. I think I'll do this. 3 cards in my graveyard. If I get subbed, I can recast the Mandrills next turn and cast Neoform technically. Cannot hold up Veil. Well, I guess I can cast the Veil first and then Mandrills. If I get Solitude, that's gonna be horrible. Hopefully that's not going to happen. Soon we can hardcast Coma. Yeah, that's what I've been talking about. That's the plan. Fight the full mending, okay. Hopefully no discards Griselbrand. Discard Griselbrand and Atraxa. Black, white. What could it be? Fair. I will say Gorayos seems like a bad matchup. Play fetch and then draw with Griselbrand is crazy. Just so many cards, you're about to draw all your fetchables. Well, we got 6 lands. Soon we cast Coma. Bro is gonna force himself. Well done. So I only have to beat 7 cards in hand, chosen out of 16. Which is challenging, but... Alright, I'll concede. I will assume that my opponent's hand is good enough to beat mine. And I will realize with deep regret that... Should I keep this? I have 2 suitable lands? Let's say I should. But when I went to Las Vegas for the PT, like literally the day after I left, Julia called me crying that Stefan is giga sick. And then, like the next day, he just died. Kinda out of nowhere, he was doing okay before that. Was Stefan named after the greatest Polish mathematician of all time, Stefan Banach? I'll have to ask Julia, but probably not. Guess we can thin. And we're just looking for an evolution. Whoa, thinning almost successful, still hit a Hedge Maze. It is pretty hilarious, yeah. I guess it was less hilarious in the moment. Was Stefan named after the greatest MC of all time, MC Wright, aka Stefan Burnett? I don't think so. I mean, likely if Chinchillos was still around, then we wouldn't be getting a dog. But part of the dog's arrival is that Julia feels the need to have an animal to tend for. And the cats are kind of distinctly mine. So she doesn't... they don't feel that need. I guess we're gonna Planar Genesis first. It was named after Stefan Schutz, probably. Ale gówno, no, ja pierdolę. Do I want more lands? No, I don't. I don't even have the 4th survey land. I surveyed it away. Guess I'll grab an Allosaurus Rider, so I have a biggest chance of keeping one in my hand after I get hit by Burning Inquiry. But now, there's like no way I will not find an evolution. Thank you. Thank you very much. We did it. I cycle Street Wraith. I play 3 mana 4/4. I am playing the format of Modern. Yeah, sure, buddy. Rip Ghalta, there's a second one. More like rip my opponent. Holy shit, Xenagos is a monster. Oh, that's how it works. Wait, how else was it supposed to work? Neoform for Ghalta and you put a Xenagos into play. That's the so-called combo. So against a deck like this, I guess Pact of Negation is maybe even unneeded. So I should just put the Mandrills in. Maybe Eleshnorn or Coma. Coma is a green card. You have an extra 7. I mean, maybe... Well, I should have Nature's Claims instead, I guess. They will have... Well, they have Hollow One and maybe something else that's white. And probably should keep like 2 Pact of Negation just in case. Ureni seems kind of trash. Guess I don't care about Mandrills, it's not a blue matchup. Death Grips, Inanimate, Sensation. In anime, well, I have Neoform and I have Mandrills, but I guess double Consign plus Preordain is kind of ugly. Wonder if I should keep this. I think Preordain has looked pretty bad so far, honestly. Makes sideboarding pretty hard as well. Well, it's nice fuel for Mandrills. Maybe 4 Preordain is also too many. Should only just play a few. I think it's reasonable to mulligan, so responsible to mulligan, and I guess I got rewarded for that. Maybe just put back Pacts to be the best against Burning Inquiry. So I have 2 pieces of each, so it's hard to get discarded out of everything. Black. They had no black mana game 1, right? They had none. Canister HS played too much Hearthstone to play a normal MTG deck anymore. Well, I mean, combo is all I play. Almost. So I would say this is pretty normal in my... Well, I guess I'll keep this. It's pretty normal for me to play a Neoform deck, so... Sure, Antec, but... Maybe that comment would make more sense if you would apply to Menguchi. Or some other mid-range brained person. I don't even necessarily think that Neoform is much of a Hearthstone deck, right? They tend not to have combos this complicated. Alright, they drew me a land and discarded it. But we kept Rider. Hopefully I top deck. Ooh, they have Orcish Bowmeister in their deck. Ay ay ay. Hopefully I won't die. And then I just Ghalta. Xenagos them with the Pact on top. I think it's pretty hard to die. They will need to add 8 damage. Hearthstone combo be like cast Time Warp. Really good combo, to be fair. They have 2 Phoenix, yeah, but 2 Phoenix is not that likely to add 8 damage, is it? Only added 2. Now we have to dodge Orim's Chant, I guess. Or some kind of a removal spell for my Ghalta. Yeah, and go if gets smaller, that's also a factor, of course. I guess if I put Rider into play, I'm weak to Dismember. Well, Dismember. But they won't have Dismember, so let's just put it in play for the lose. If they do, then that would be a funny situation. And after all, I'm a streamer and content creator, so that's what I should be aiming for. I attack you for 26. Whew. Okay, we won. GPU tracked you went 0-2 versus Hollow 1 and you lost 3 matches total with Breach. Was it the same guy twice? And was it the Vengevine build? So different, I guess. For some reason everybody is playing the shitty build and not the Vengevine build. Let's lead on a fetch. 1 Vengevine, 1 regular, oh no. How does it feel to know that people only play Frog on MTGO just to spite you? No, they play it because they like playing it, but this is the mirror. Those are Neoform cards. Skill. Well, Grixis Reanimator is, you know, like a frog deck is just like by frog I mean counterspell. Like frog alone is fine. I have no issue with somebody playing that card. It's just counterspell, that's unfair. Okay, we have Force of Will assembled, so I should not lose to my opponent's mirror match plan of comboing off as well. Or maybe they just play something else like the blue-green ritual deck. I don't know if it would play Flooded Strand, but maybe. 1 mana Force of Will, yeah. Whose will? Godless Shrine. I think it's not a mirror match, actually. Is it just Goraios? Yes. Is Goraios popular in leagues because of Mr. Adrian's Mosquito's 10,000 win match streak? Could be. Deck seems appealing, I guess. Very mid-rangified variant of Goraios as well. One funny thing about the Neoform deck of today is that you Neoform and you cannot continue to play the game. The game goes on. Don't have any evolutions? No, I do. Sure, so I'll just take it and I will Ghalta them. Remember when you would splice through the breach onto Goraios? No, you would splice on Banque Nourricière, which is Nourishing Shoal, but I had them in French. And then that was just awesome. Paying replicate for fun. Well, there was no pact I needed to consign, so I guess I will answer with no. Kurwa, ale ekipa wchodzi. For a crew of monsters getting summoned, chat. It's always cool to see the entire pack assembling. Canister wins. Just take the pack, little bro. True. I guess would be better. But also, no, it would be the same because I win 1000%. Well, they could have, I guess, 2 solitudes. Which is fair. Trototoro. Ahore. Canister always wins. That is not true. Over the weekend I played 2 limited super qualifiers and I went 0-2 drop, 0-2 drop. Which disproves your theory. Right, random sideboarding. Once again, let's go. We can consign subtlety. Klo, a siemaneczko. Osen 131. Witam na streamie. No, Ureni seems good to have. Ureni seems worthwhile. Plus 11 N, yes. 61 cards, -1 pre-order, sideboarding.com. I guess I should keep this.
Hi.
Should I? I don't know, but I guess I will. Yeah. It's a bit of a sus hand, but... Point mulligans, so we have to punish them for mulliganing by keeping worse hands. If that makes any sense. Surveil to the top. Holy shit, I drew a Misty Rainforest? Sure. You love Neoform, who doesn't? Nice mana base, bro. Generous Ent and what? Maybe I should keep it? We're gonna just... I want a lot of lands in play. As well as cards in my graveyard. So I want to Generous Ent for... Hopefully they don't play the fairy, but I want to end for a silver land. Blue, Rizzler. Okay. No i co? Chuj wstał, no. Siedzi. John, my fraud is actually not fully healed still, seems like. I'll cycle one bell. I'll Hedge Maze. And I'll shit my pants. Shit and piss. I have the Rizzler. It would appear that I should probably play Mandrills now. Seems a bit too bad to wait. Play the Surveillant to not lose life. It forces me to bin, but it's pretty bad against Solitude Subtlety. If it sticks and I get to untap, it's really good though. And I have the second Mandrill still, so. Two Riddlers. Thankfully that means that they will never trigger. The condition will never be met. Guess I dropped to 14, so I can only draw 7. Sad. Whoa, just resolves. Just F6. Ureni is no good. Guess I pass. No, I think Ghalta and Generous Ent and Hooting Mandrills, that's not... Well, it seemed like Villain had no Solitude, but it seems pretty easy for them to beat. Easier than I would like. I draw 7, I guess, pre-combat, because there is a chance I Xenagos them. Actually, there's 0 chance I boarded Xenagos out, so... Let me take that back, I will not Xenagos them. And we can Bridgeworks battle the Griselbrand with Quantum Riddler. Start what I want to do. I have no idea what we are playing against in the slightest. I guess it doesn't really look like one, but it's actually a Gorayo deck. They can hardcast Solitude, I know. Which I can dispute or consign the trigger of. Not worried much about that. Maybe an untapped land is better. Bridgeworks battle. I pass. Could draw 7 more. I don't think there is a need to. I would do that to summon Riddlers, but I think I can just answer all of the things that my opponent does now. Maybe I would... Well, I have the Pact of Negation. Is Blink a hard matchup? I don't know. Felt pretty easy from what I've played so far, but I drew well and my opponent didn't have too much hate. They just brought Dumping Sphere. White luck. I think I should hit the Faithful Manning with Dispute. Can't hit everything with that, so. Has there ever been a card that's way more expensive on MTGO than in paper? Is Riddler 60 tickets? Is that true? Because I opened my EOE set and sold it, and it was 90 tickets. Holy fuck. Set 95, Riddler 75. What the fuck? Can counter hardcast Riddler? That would be true, yeah. I can Pact of Negation later play. I think Trespasser was actually way more than 15 tickets. I remember it being 30 or something at a point.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Shredders were also like 60 ticks.
Shredders. Ledger Shredders? I guess that was true. Oh, I am careful, Ocean. I'm the most careful I've ever been. This is why I'll cast Bridgeworks Battle and fight with the Quantum Riddler. But do I Pact of Negation if they ephemerate? I honestly don't know. So I would prefer if they wouldn't ephemerate because I don't really want to make that decision. I guess they can gain 2 life with Faithful Mending as well. Cast with Flashbang. Well, if they start reanimating, that's kind of a problem. Although they tapped out of black. There's only one more Pact of Negation in my deck right now. Probably if they kill the Riddler and like I should be fine if they draw 2 discard 2. If they hadn't tapped out of black, I guess I counter that. When Bant Eldrazi was a thing in Modern, engineered explosives were something like 80 tickets each. Yeah. Explosives was giga expensive at the time. When I played KCI, maybe back then explosives was the expensive part of the deck. I'm not sure. They discarded Goraya's Vengeance and they got the shrines. They don't even have a monster. Tamago was 45 tickets? No, that never happened. That sounds wrong. Heaven 7. I'm almost don't really want to evolve this away. The creature is too strong. It might be unwise to even tap down out of all of my interaction, but I guess the interaction is pretty narrow and doesn't help against Gurayos actually reanimating a monster if my opponent assembles that, so that's why I prefer to cast something here. Just get Ureni, which is unkillable. Whoa, I can't even kill my own Griselbrand. Sad. Isn't our Pact of Negation offline now, since we can't pay both pacts on upkeep? There is a trick in this deck where you don't actually pay for your pacts, you consign your pact triggers. Which is kind of like a huge part of the deck. I probably should have drawn 7 and played more riders. Have 2 more riders. Can their deck beat any Urinal? Hopefully not. Well, they can reanimate Griselbrand, but... Alright, you got me, bro. I'm not pacting that. Maybe should have drawn now. Ah, it's whatever, it's fine. Actually, maybe it is not fine, because... Ah, it's fine, it's fine. Don't want to end up in a spot where I packed something and they played Teferi and I have to pay 9 and I can't consign. Remember when pacts were the win condition in Hive Mind decks? There was even a time where... there was like a specific Hive Mind deck not pacting the Rizzler Yeah, I should have. It's good chat though. I'm just trying to compete for the worst way to play this game ever award. I think we are on our way to getting it, but also I think my win rate is 100% now. Here, for example, I did not delve away Ghalta, which is a bad move to do against a Emperor of Bones deck. Sure. It's pretty fun that you summon Griselbrand and the game doesn't immediately end, so you kind of have to play, but you play the like 90% win rate game where you would have to try really badly to mess it up enough to lose. But you just play like big Delver with shitty counters and you just kind of attack them with your monster 5 times. Oh no. Well, Alvel. Good thing we failed to make this frog unable to block. I have Neoform, Preordain. I don't know about a hand like this. Maybe it's alright. Don't want to take 5 damage to cast my Preordain. So I guess Preordain is once again being pretty bad. Not really a fan of it so far. Maybe 1 or 2 copies. I think I should just be surveilling more. Pretty cool that the Nordic Master winner won last year. And again this year. Pretty cool indeed, yes. That's the wrong dinosaur. Point will have turn 3 Tron. Is that good enough? Should I play Disciple of Freyalise as a land? I have 2 green cards to pitch. If I play Planar Genesis, I can hit Allosaurus, then I pass. If I hit a land, I guess I'll just put it into play. Let's play the garden. Not sure here. Because there is some merit to casting this sorcery speed. At the same time, if my opponent plays a Thought-Knot Seer, I guess I don't want to. They cast something unbeatable, then I will. I can also grab Consign and Consign Pact. Which is really bad, but an option. Flashraker, okay. Have a Thought-Knot as well. Not a Shuyo. Alright, next league we are going to try Tamiayos. Maybe they will come up post-board because they haven't come up for me yet. We took Genesis, unsurprisingly. Come on. Preordain. I guess I will just cast the Genesis again. I guess I'll be casting Sega Genesis. And hoping for the best. Urza's Tower? I barely knew her. Mindstone. Siedzi. Great content creator. It's a Deku 3 Karn. I guess it looks pretty goofy. It's from Bloomborough. On Bloomborough, humans get turned into cute animals. Chalice, really? Sure. And Karn is not a human, so he got turned into a tree. A little bit of a logical leap is required here, but... Do I Edge Maze or do I Xenagos actually to kill my opponent? In 24. It's Edge Maze. I don't know what we do even if I hit the rider. It's a bit of a problem. No nie. No nie. Well, I guess if I get a Griselbrand, it's not good enough anyways. Kind of close this game, but I lost game 1 to Tron of all things. I will have what? Vexing Bubble? Flute? Do I want Coma against them? Let's say I do. I think Ureni not necessary. I should probably just cut 2 preorders because they plainly don't function well. Well, I should have Nature's Climb in my deck. What am I doing? Probably 2 Pact of Negation only. Although they can have Warping Whale. Just cut preorders fully for being shit. I'm over them. Yeah. Let's hacking go. Siemaneczko, a Blue Raven. What's the thinking behind 2 Ghaltas? If you only play one, then if you draw one, then you can't summon the other one. You can't summon it from the deck anymore, so that's a bit of a problem. Nice hand. We even have Pact, so this is a turn 2 kill straight up. They could play Eugene's Labyrinth and creep up a Warping Well, I guess, then I can wait if they do that. Atraxa. It's a green card, I guess. I answered the way I did because I kind of wonder what's the thinking behind 3 Ghaltas, and it feels shaky to me, like it's not a card you want to draw, so like how many do you need to play? I mean, the spots where the third one would be helpful come up, but also it feels like not too often. So it just feels pretty luxurious to me. It can be another cantrip or whatnot. Eugene's Lab. Charles on 0. I guess I don't kill them then. Okay, bro. Stop. Maybe I just Ghalta and put Atraxa into play alongside Ghalta. Like, that should be pretty hard for them to beat. That's 20 power. 19 power, I guess. O kurwa, nie, on ma Vexing Bobla. Okay, it's good, it's good. Well, shouldn't have fetched the forest. It's good, Chad, it's good. Of course, a Silver Land would be better in this spot then. Why did they play Chalice? I guess they decided they might as well. Hopefully no Fortnite Seer for my Neoform. Or Dismember. So I guess technically, since they let me, I should attack them. But on the other hand, you don't know if people. So I'm too scared. No nie, no ma Warping Whale'a? Co za kurwa as pierdolony, nie? We got Giga rolled by Tron. Interesting. Upper on head or pre-recorded? I guess pre-recorded then. Bridgeworks battle preordained. No ja kurwa pierdolne zaraz, nie? I guess I brought this upon myself. I'm keeping anyways. I'm on the play for the 5th time this league. By the way. Have you ever cast a Bridgeworks battle? Yes, this league. We have fought a Quantum Rizzler with our Griselbrand. Agu makes tokens demands that you bring dog back. Dog needs to sleep. Puppies need to sleep for 20 hours a day or something. He was kinda chilling when I took him and he didn't seem interested in participating further. Monka ass keep. It's just a keep from the future. I just imagine that I already replaced my preorders with a fetch. No, yeah, kurwa. Well, it's not so bad, but... Oh no! Zinedine! Seal of Fire? Lava Spike? Hello, Malignonium. I am Gigawell. Thank you for coming to my stream and asking that. Chuj mi w dupę i na imię, nie? MTGO Shuffler rigged. No, I sabotaged myself. I put pre-order into my deck with not enough sources. Pojebany jest, no. A, i zabiera to Eldritch Evolution. Wow. So you reveal a card with Goblin Guide and you remove lands off the top and then you Ragavan, so you're more likely to hit a spell? Wow. My sideboard? I don't think so. Maybe claim for some reason. Alright, this time I cannot be failed by my mana base. Claim versus Vortex. Vortex would be rough. I don't think they would play that. Maybe they would. No, I don't have Ripka right now, Barchek, so I'm cooked. Actually, I think my opponent is the one who's cooked. No super qualifier today, no. Skipping that. It's got preorders or maybe Pact of Negation. Why is Ureni in the deck still? Because I think Ureni, like you mean post-board or in general? I think Ureni is actually useful, often enough. Post-board? Well, because I did it in sideboard. I think I should cut Ureni. I don't think so. I think it might be, there might be spots where I go for Ureni. Maybe. Like I could actually imagine doing that. Ale gówno. Against Burn. I don't even have enough green cards. Maybe I should mulligan? When I played Glittering Wish, I did not like it. This hand looks better. Or like this. Keep enough green cards. This can be a land. To play Glittering Wish, you need to splash. You need to spend 2 mana on that. Like that just you take so much damage in the end from your mana base, which is bad in a Griselbrand deck. And you also can get Neoform, but then you reduce the amount of Neoforms in your deck. My opponent has mulligan to 4. So you have to go to 3 Neoform to play Glittering Wishes. A bit stinky. I think like making land drops and Survel landing a lot is a better plan. You actually you end up not losing a lot of life to your mana base, and you still dig plenty. Although that variant certainly has some validity as well, so it's not like it's just clearly worse, but I think the mana base the mana base cost is real. So I guess resolve the first one, Generous Ent. And I guess I'll surveil so I can draw a land. Could be useful. Not interested. Ha! So this might be an Ureni spot. I mean, it's gonna be a Xenagos kill them spot, but... Should I even cast Genesis? Well, I probably want to have the ability to. Maybe I should have played Scalding Tarn, but Goblin Guide reveals Island, and that's bad. So I think playing Forest is correct. Co tam odsłonił? Bridgeworks battle, okay. Start walking, okay. Hopefully my opponent will not path to exile my Ghalta. But if they do, at least I have a Griselbrand on top. Although I would have to draw 7 to draw a Consign, so I die to any burn spell. Alright, we got there. Preordain was horrible.